All right, guys. I had to take off my sweater. It was getting a little too warm. Today, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at where all of this energy is leading the collective. We've been going through a lot of changes. Some of us are feeling a little held back right now. There's a lot of fast movements too. It's and there's a lot of new opportunity that is coming to the forefront for the collective. Okay. And it says, what do you need to release? So is it a mindset? Do you need to let go of some stuff? Are you moving? Maybe it's time to start sifting through different things so we can, lighten our load as we go on our journeys. What do you need to release? What else do we got here? You are good enough. Okay, so I did say a mindset. So for some of you, not feeling like you're good enough, not feeling like you have enough, not feeling like, you have what it takes. Spirit, what do we got here? Work through those fears. All right, we got the new moon in Scorpio here. So you could have Virgo or Scorpio in your chart, bottom of the deck. We've got conclusions are within reach. All right, you guys, we do have an eclipse, a south node full moon eclipse in Libra coming up on the 25th. So just a few days away. So this really is, for some of you, this is a relationship. Okay, you could be needing to release a relationship. For others of you, when we have the Virgo full moon here, maybe it's something in your diet. Maybe for some of you, because you could be moving or you could be going through some type of a transition. You could be eating out all the time. Some of you could be just eating your emotions. Okay. So what is it that you need to release when it comes to, working on your health? All right. Sorry. You okay? Yeah. So I talk about health. All right. And so what I want to say is, sorry, my hair is looking funky and my camera is backwards. Okay, there we go. I'm I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, it just looked funny. Sorry about that, guys. And Spirit's like, no, girl, you're good enough. Don't worry about it. It's not about that. It's about the message. Okay, so anyway, what is it that we need to, because we have two cards here, three cards actually, of death and transformation. We do have the Scorpio card here. We also have the full moon eclipse. And then we have this waning moon of letting go. For some of you, you need to stop smoking. For others of you, you need to quit eating certain things. For others of you, you need to start going through your home and releasing stuff. Hey, you guys, listen, we are right now, Happy New Year. Okay. It's the new moon coming up. Also the eclipse in Aries on April 8th. Today we go into the spring equinox. So Happy New Year to all of you. When the sun goes into Aries, this is when everything can, we can start thinking about what we want to, what seeds we want to plant for the new year. And Spirit says, man, don't Virgo can have a tendency of worrying and Scorpio can have a tendency of not trusting the process. Okay. And what Spirit is saying is let something die so that something new can begin. All right. That's what I'm getting here. And if it's a relationship for some of you, because we do have that eclipse in Libra, if this is a relationship and maybe this person has made you feel like you're not going to be good enough for someone else, nobody else will ever want you, nobody else will deal with you because you've got so many kids or whatever, it could be maybe you've gained a little bit more weight. That doesn't matter. It does not matter. Spirit says, listen, you're good enough. Start working on your health. For those of you who are eating a lot of processed foods or, putting a lot of chemicals and stuff in your body, maybe it's your shampoo. Maybe it's time for you to change your body wash. How about your deodorant? Have you thought about that? Because those are all come on, man. It's not a surprise that it's all toxic now. You have to actually look at the ingredients that you're putting on your body. If you're drinking tap water, a lot of it has a lot of chlorine in it. There's a lot of fluoride in our water. Should you be drinking that? So this is about, when we talk about Virgo, we talk about purity. And this is not to get you in a free, because you can, with the Virgo Scorpio energy, this could be a hypochondriac as well. So be mindful of that. But some of you do need to be working on your health. I just heard Doritos. Somebody's still eating Doritos. Listen, those are bad, guys. Okay. Start really thinking about what you're putting in your body, what you're consuming. All right. I'm really honing in on that message. Let's go ahead and get some wisdom of the oracle. Spirit, please show me what messages what's moving forward. So deep knowing, it sits right underneath the what do you need to release. And then we've got the building blocks. It did land on its side. For some of you, you haven't gotten going on a project or something that you're doing just yet. I feel like slow and steady, you're building towards something that you've been manifesting. You've been manifesting. You have a deep knowing what you need to do next, but you're going to have to release something, okay? The owl here talks about our intuition. All right. So it's really time for us to tap into our intuition. It's time for us to, really start looking out upon the horizon. I see her over here, like looking out, like, she's kind of blocking her eyes from the sun, right? And so that she doesn't get a glare. So you might not fully see how things are going to come together for you, but just know sitting around worrying about it isn't productive. Okay. Be mindful of just sitting around worrying about, I don't know if I have enough money. Like, are you feeling called to it? How does it emotionally feel to you? Not all the worries and the doubts and the fears no, how does it feel? When you say, okay, I kind of want to move to this country or this state or this city, like, how does it feel? Don't sit around and start thinking about the work that you have to do. Oh, if I have to do that, how is my family going to feel about it? How is this person going to think? What am I going to do about a job? Huh. And now you've just taken all the glory out of it. How does it feel to you? Because when we talk about this deep knowing, and we have this Scorpio energy here, as well as this eclipse energy, this is moon energy. So it's about feeling and then knowing that it's what needs to happen, and then slowly but surely inching your way towards it. And when you do that, the universe goes, okay, checkmate. Like, all right, I see what you're doing here. All right, I'll help you build. I'll help you get that job. I'll help align those things for you towards your treasure island. Look at that, you guys. So what else? Well, we've got happy, but it showed up in the reverse. Work through your fears. What is it you're not happy with? If you're not happy where you are and something else looks like it's much more appeasing, because there's something here that is affecting your happiness, but a lot of the time we're not willing to release it because we don't know ourselves without the chaos. And so we just kind of stay, or, it's going to take work. Bottom of the deck. Time to go, guys. Time to go. You know what this is. You're like off to the races right now. Spirit is saying, like, enough of observing. You've looked at the bigger picture. You know what needs to be done. The conclusions are within reach, and it is time for you to go. It is time to go. It is time to walk away from that job that like, if they've been paying you the same freaking wages for all these years, every time you talk to them about a raise, they, give you some excuse as to why they can't, or a relationship you have been, telling your partner for a really long time about your wants, your needs, and your desires, and they choose everything else other than trying to work on the relationship in order to, for the both of you guys to be happy. Oh, I can't leave him. He makes money. I can't leave her because, of the kids. Bullshit. How would your children like to know that you held yourself back from your own happiness because of them? Because if you raised them right, that would never happen. You don't sacrifice your happiness for shit, for no one. I've heard people tell me in readings, well, I can't quit that job because they're telling me how much they are miserable in their position, but then they're like, oh, I can't quit that job because, nobody else knows how to do the work but me. And then it would be put on everybody else. So I don't give a shit. Like, change is inevitable. You know, you're being called right now. And listen, if you don't quit that job, you'll get fired. And that's when the tower comes in. And the tower is Scorpio because it's Pluto, right? And we've got Pluto that's been very active for like the last few years. So this is like, there's almost something that you know you're needing to get rid of. And it looks like it's so close yet so far away. But there's, it's like, it's right there. You know, it needs to be done. And there's this anxiety about doing it. Okay. I want to read the happy in the reverse. It's the number 26. These numbers could be relevant: 45, 43, 28, and 26. Okay. So, all right, keep going back. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience. Okay, lighten up, because this is the time to be ridiculous and silly. See the world through the eyes of a clown and don't take yourself or any situation right now too seriously. It says, have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised by how everything just seems to fall into place when humor leads the way. Being happy and lighthearted is a wonderful icebreaker. Life is meant for play as well as work, for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracles lie in the silly things today. Okay. So, and that sits right underneath the working through your fears. Maybe laughter is the best medicine right now. It's time for you to not be so serious about everything. I know that that's easier said than done, especially with all the bullshit we've been going on in the world today, with all the politics, with, the other thing, since 2020 we've been dealing with. But when it looks like the world is falling apart, it actually is falling in place for us. So it's like, if you lose that job, most people who lost their job in 2020 were the people who were bitching about how much they hated their job, how much smarter than their boss they were, how they couldn't stand their coworkers, they'd wake up every single morning like, oh, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. You didn't lose your job if you loved what you do. Okay? You didn't lose your job if you truly loved what you do. Because you could have found, and in that time, you could have found something that you absolutely loved if you did lose your job. So with these eclipses that we have coming up right now in Libra, if you're not getting paid what you are worth, and the universe sees that you've asked time and time and time again, and with Virgo here, you're just plugging away, honestly, you're going to get fired if you don't quit and start looking for another job. And then the universe pulls the rug right out from underneath you, and then you're freaking out. But you already knew that needed to happen. You already knew it. And it's time for you to see, like, what is it that you want to build towards in the future? We're in a very, very magical energy. And again, even though it looks like things are falling apart, there's still an air of optimism. There's still something that is like, okay, look at how much you've grown since 2020. We're 4 years into our entire lives being turned upside down. Look at what you've accomplished since then. Your track record, if you're still sitting here right now, is 100%. That's one thing you should be happy about, because there's some people who didn't make it that far. And so I do feel like for a lot of you, you know what it is that needs to be done, and it's time for you to get going. Listen, we only have a couple more weeks. We're in Mercury shadow right now. So you guys do need to be doing some wrapping up, getting your paperwork signed if you need to get something done, get that email out, don't sit around right now. Go get your car taken care of. If you know that it's got a weird sound to it, and it's time for you to go in or get that oil changed or the tires rotated, get it done, because otherwise with Mercury retrograde, they know that you knew. And now you're going to break down in the middle of BFE. And now you're really going to be pissed off. Okay. You ain't going to be happy about it, but you knew, okay. So I really do see where there's a lot of wrapping up. There's going to be a lot of endings. Some of them are going to be a little scary, but you're just going to have to surrender and go, okay, spirit, I trust you. If you're asking me to walk through this door, see how the door, it's very faint in the background, but she is running and she is poised to do so. That door is just barely coming open for her, and it's something that she was wishing for all along. There's the stars there. Sorry guys, there's the stars there, and she's seen it coming in. Intuitively, you felt something was really, really getting ready to shift for us in really exciting ways. I mean, this is where your business can start taking off. If this is something that you've been chipping away at and really building towards, keep going. Keep going, especially if it's something that you absolutely love doing what you're doing, that you are passionate about. If I wasn't passionate, I wouldn't be here every single day. I've been on YouTube for 4 years and they literally barely put me in the algorithm, probably because I'm so not somebody that should be censored. Or maybe, well, they see it as that way. So they keep me small. But I don't care. I just keep going because eventually it's just going to build itself. I'm not going to give up. I'm a Virgo. And there can be a lot of fear with that. Am I wasting my time? But no, I absolutely love it. And listen, if it's 4 people that get the message, or 100 people or 10,000 people that get the message, it's who was supposed to hear that message. And so I'm just happy to put it out there. I'm not going to be afraid that I'm not able to build my business. I do public or private readings all the time. And you guys, if you get a chance, please like this video. Make sure you hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit the notification bell, it doesn't put me in the algorithm. All right, so let's see what our angels have to say about this. All right, spirit, angels, guides, what else do we have to say about this reading? What's going on here? We've got composure. Composure. Hold your composure. Don't get all frustrated and worried and scared. Just hold your composure. Hold space. Because like I said, even if it feels like you're not doing anything, you're doing a lot. And if there's something that you need to release, just let it go. See how he's got his hands out? Like, okay, like light it up. It looks like fire behind him. All right. Like, I don't want to say start a fire, unless you can throw stuff. And look at that manifestation at the bottom of the deck. So yes, this is all about manifesting a new beginning for yourself. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what do we got here? We've got holy love. You are protected. You are protected by your angels, ancestors. Just open your hands and receive. And guardian angel, you guys, I can't even make this up. You are protected in all of this. So anything that you're afraid of, if you're fearing for your family, if you're fearing for the worst, you're protected. Don't worry about it. Everything will be, be there as you need it. Bottom of the deck, it says, take a step back. This one says time to go. It's time to take a step back. Conclusions are within reach. Really let go and let God. Let go and let God. Let your angels, if there's something that needs to be taken out of your life, let the angels do the work. But you have to ask them. You have to open that up for them and say, hey, angels, guides, spirit, universe, because you do have this thing called human free will. Okay. And a lot of the time people are like, well, I don't really want to rock the boat. I don't know if I really want that person gone, even though damn well they ain't coming back and they're never going to be the person that you need them to be, but spirit's like, listen, take a step back. This guy, he's weaving his magic right here. And I did see manifestation earlier, and it's like, there's some things that are being done behind the scenes. Okay. There's a lot of alchemy behind the scenes, and all you have to do is do what you're guided to do and follow that guidance. Okay. Follow where you're being guided. Follow, if you're feeling like, okay, I've had enough with this job. I've had enough with this town. Like, look around. Look around. Are you happy with where you are? And that's in any area of your life, not just in one area. I really like this reading for you guys. I'm not going to lie. I think that it's amazing. You guys, you really are building something for your future right now. For some of you, it's your legacy when it comes to your work. And you're going to start getting, I feel like for some of you, you're going to start getting accolades from other individuals, whether that's reviews, people reaching out to you, and saying, hey, I really appreciate your work. Those things can absolutely happen. And those messages are also from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, letting you know that they see you, they see what you're doing, and they see that you are, even though you're absolutely scared shitless, for some of you, maybe on the outside, you're very stoic and you're like, yeah, everything's okay. I'm good. But then on the inside, you're like, ah! That's okay. That's okay. Be scared and do it anyway. If it scares the absolute shit out of you, this is the time to make that happen. Listen, these eclipses are making some really good aspects. So, we are literally only days away from a full moon, total solar or lunar eclipse. And then of just a few weeks after that, on April 8th, we have a 4 minute long eclipse on April 8th. Like, holy shit, you guys, this is like a gazimi. Like, okay, what's done is done. What's gone is gone. Don't look back. Keep looking forward and let's get moving, because we've got a lot of things that we need to create. You're going to feel like you're a little taken back because we do start the Mercury retrograde on April 1st. That's going to go through a few weeks. And Mercury's going to be in Aries up until May. So do keep that in mind. And so, Mercury in Aries is go, go, go. That's very quick-witted energy. Sometimes it's like on the spot, you got to make a decision and you got to go with it. And you just have to trust your intuition that this is going to lead you to the right place, and recognize that there is no such thing as mistakes. They are lessons. Lessons. You guys, your guardian angels are watching over you. They're with you at all times. Ask them for message. For some of you guys, you're going to start seeing a lot more angel numbers. For others of you, this could be through certain animals keep coming towards you. Tap into that energy. Look up the spiritual meaning of that angel number. Look up spiritual meaning of that animal or bird or whatever it is that's been synchronistically coming to you. Okay. And tap into that energy. And that's their way of letting you know, hey, you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear. We are here for you. Find something to be happy about. Find something to be happy about. Get excited. Get excited about the possibilities of the things that can absolutely come in. Oh, I'm so afraid of a new relationship. What if they don't? What if they do? What if they're everything that you have ever hoped, dreamed, and wished for? Because she's got the stars. But some of you feel like your dreams are never going to come true. And I'm here to tell you that that's a fucking lie. You need to stop telling yourself that. You need to start speaking more positively about yourself. You need to let go of all that negativity of, doom and gloom and everything. The news will have you believe that everything's doom and gloom and bad and terrible. But deep down inside, that's bullshit, because you look around, you woke up this morning, you walked outside, you had food on the table, you had a call from a friend, you maybe had a client, or you had somebody reach out to you and say, hey, I was thinking about you. Those are all things to be grateful for, and you can have more of that. Holy love, you are loved by your ancestors. Take a step back, start analyzing what you need to do. Take a step back from the things that you need to let go of, that that just it's not going to change. It's time to go, and conclusions are within reach. I'm going to leave that here, you guys. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because if you don't, it will not put me in the algorithm and you won't see when my videos pop up. You guys check me out over on Facebook. I have a The Footsteps to Peace business page, and I have a Peace Unhinged group. And also on Instagram, I'm under The Footsteps to Peace. You guys, I love you all so much, and we will chat again soon. Take care.